The Morning Majlis, talking the stories that are shaping headlines. This is Pulse 95.
This is Pulse 95 and a very good morning on the Morning Majlis. Welcome back. We are celebrating the Emirati Women's Day here on the station, and we've had very fruitful discussions and very engaging topics have been discussed. And this time we're moving away from speaking to a car mechanic to something that floats in the seas, the big ships. And we are going to be speaking to the first Emirati ship captain, women captain as well, Sahar Rasti. She used to work as a captain at the Abu Dhabi Maritime Services Company. Now is a founder and chairwoman of her own company, the SJR Group. A very good morning to you, Captain Sahar.
Good morning.
Well, it's such a pleasure to have you with us on the station and now on the Morning Majlis. So thank you for joining us. Now, first up, I'd like to ask you, we wish you a happy Emirati Women's Day. And what does this occasion mean to you personally?
Personally, I would like to thank you for hosting me and inviting me for this day. Emirati Women Days means to me a lot. Confident bride, more mindful as a leader, powerful, courageous, and they are remaining us with a theme that calls each for equal. So they were responsible for everyone needs to be involved to create this world where everybody is equal.
Amazing. Now, talk to us about your journey. When you first started, did you want to become a ship captain from a very young age? And was this something that just...
How did you get involved in sailing? That's just the main
I
point
started
here.
as an admin assistant. And then I just kept going everywhere around the port, and I get some curious in one department why there is no ladies there.
Yeah.
So I kept searching everywhere, getting involved in this. And then one day I met the manager of navigation services. I told him why there is no woman in this field. He said because it's a domain field. It's a male field more than a female, and you cannot work with this. Then I told him, why you think I cannot work? Because he said, you're a lady. So it comes like a challenge. Why? He said, because I'm a lady.
Yeah.
And
So
then
can
time start.
Can you take us through that exact point or journey of, at that point, you probably felt kind of like in gender inequality, not equality.
Yes, it's true.
So can you take us through that, and how did you overcome it?
I just remember the day as well. It was on December 12, 2015. When he told me, I went to him to get an orientation to this department, and I noticed there is a lot of boys navigation, a lot of hard works, and men worker. And then I told him, I need to figure out, or I need to study this department. He said, no, you cannot.
Oh.
I said, why? Because he said, it's really tough to you. You're going to be under the sun, hot weather, a lot of things. Maybe you might be hurt with it, injuries or something. I said, no, I can do this. He said, no, I notice you're a lady. Just go and try something else. This is not a female domain. Then I told him, okay. I went to my mentor and I told him about this story. He said, are you sure you want to go there? I said, yes. Then they said, okay. But there was no room for girls, no, sorry for that, no toilet, no nothing.
Oh.
So every day I have to go to this department, and then I have to go back to the main department, the HQ. So it took me like every day, half an hour going and coming. Then,
But you proved yourself.
Yeah, I proved it, and he was seeing that on me,
Yeah.
but he want me to suffer and to be more power.
He challenged you.
Yeah, he challenged me. So he put me through the sea, and he told me one day, okay, you will go and sail with the captains, and you need to do some work. I said, what kind of work? He said, you need to maintain and scrub the boys.
Oh.
I said, really? He said, yes. And then you're going to paint it. And you're talking about 2.5 ton.
Wow.
I said, and under the sun.
Yeah.
And I said, really? And the weather was 42.
Oh.
He said, yes. Then I grabbed my scrapper and then start to scrap it. And you can find this picture. in
Yeah,
the-
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
And
the marine growth and the smell and
What kept you going through all of that? Because it
Yeah.
sounds incredibly difficult for anybody to have to go through all of that. What was the fire within you? What's the thing that kept you moving through it all?
challenge.
You like the challenge. You
Yes.
like being challenged.
Yes.
Have you always been that way?
Yeah. I don't like anyone to tell me you cannot do this.
Yeah.
And even I'm suffering with this, even with the family. If they told me you cannot do this, I have to do it.
This probably has nothing to do with anything, but what is your zodiac sign? What are you, like a Leo? Are you a
I am, I don't know.
Burjic?
Burjic.
We're doing astrology
I
here.
think it's a root, yeah.
Oh, okay. So Pisces. I
Pisces,
Pisces.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, perseverance. Lots of perseverance, and yeah, you do like the challenge for sure.
So now that you've cracked it as a captain
Mm-hmm.
and you persevered through these challenges, do you feel like you've heard from other women who were inspired by your story?
Yes, yes. And nowadays I noticed that in Arabic Academic in Fujairah, more than 33 girls there are there.
Wow.
Yeah, they're studying.
And have you had any encouragement from your family as well?
The family first.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
Before the family, I would like to thank our leaders,
Of course.
UAE leaders, because without them we cannot do any dreams or we cannot do that. The level of support that I got first, it was, as I told you, our great leader. Without them, we cannot make it. My dreams, and I'm going to even mention two names. They are my best friends. One, she is the consultant advisor of the Ministries for Maritime Transport Affairs. It's Engineering Hassa Al-Malik. Even she's the first lady in this field.
Wow.
Yeah, so I inspired from her. But she's not a captain, but
Yeah.
she's working in them. And the second one, she's the younger journalist. She been they've been choose her from 100 leader, powerful woman.
Wow.
Yeah, age of under 30. Afat Mustafa. Then secondly, the family. Okay. For me, I can say everyone needs to thank their family for being there in their life.
Of course.
Without family, you cannot do anything because no one can support you as much as a family.
Were they supporting you through this?
Yes,
and they
especially
told
my
you go
kids.
for it?
Yeah, my kids.
Wow.
Many times they come to home and I cannot make it. I keep crying. To be honest, yes, I cried a lot and I cannot make it. Working in the sea is not really something easy. And even when I go through the trainings, like firefighting trainings and saving trainings, rescue trainings, this was really hard.
Did your parents play a big role in your upbringing?
Yes, father
getting
and
you-
sister, especially my youngest sister, engineering Shireen, and my oldest sister, Dr. Samar. Yeah, whenever I said, no, I cannot, they said, no, you have to go.
Amazing.
And most of the time I keep leaving my kids more than 9 to 10 hours, so they're taking care of my kids.
If you were not a sailor, what would you have been?
Businesswoman, as I am now.
So you're still doing what you want to do
Yes.
in all cases.
Amazing. Now I've got to touch upon this as well. From what I understand, is it when you became a captain, and it was under the age of 24. It was a while ago, and then now you've been and you were able to sail over 1,300 hours at that age. Is that correct?
No, it's 18,000.
Oh,
No,
wow.
sorry, 1,800.
1,800 hours
Yes.
by that time.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the very first time when you were captaining the ship. What did it feel like? That this is it. This is what you've worked for. This is you're leading a huge container ship. And what kind of a ship was it that you had?
It was a tugboat.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I remember the first experience when I
Yeah.
started using the wheel steering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a challenging part, and the challenging part was the patient.
Yeah.
You need to be wiser, patient, because it might you will face currents, you will face tides, you will face winds, you will face any things that might come to the boat. So what I really all along way, I really suffered with the patient.
Yeah.
Yeah, Women cannot have that much patience. But the sea taught me a lot of patience.
Yeah. Okay, now a lot of people who work in the sea, they fall in love with it, even though it's just vast open seas. You're very committed. You drove all the way from Abu Dhabi to here. So do you prefer driving or sailing? What do you prefer?
Sailing.
Sailing. Okay.
I would like to go back there. Yeah.
Take the boat back. If only we had a ferry that takes you up to Abu Dhabi. Now, talk to me about the way things have changed, because we know we have the Arab Academy for Maritime Science in Khorfakan.
Yes.
And you've also attended some sessions over there.
Yes.
Talk to us about the level of interest that you've seen in students that are in Khorfakan at the moment, and the whole environment over there.
I'm happy to have it, really.
Yeah.
We are happy because I need to continue my studies and I didn't find anywhere to go. I cannot go back to Australia, Tasmania, and go back to do my master's or whatever. So I really was grateful and happy that Highness Al-Qasmi opened this academy, and it's a huge.
Yeah.
And in the same time, I went it in Cairo.
Okay.
Yeah, Alexandria. I've been there. It's really huge things. It's not just an academy. You can feel that it's a navy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They've been trained that it's a navy. It's not like in regular studies or you're going to be only captain. No, there is a lot of position you can have it there.
No, it certainly is an amazing story to tell. If you were speaking to our listeners, which you are at the moment, and they want to become a maritime expert or even a captain one day, what would you tell them about that importance, the aspect of patience and developing that, and also continuing with the studies? What would you tell them to inspire them?
Go ahead.
Oh, wow. Sail away.
Because what I can see in the pandemic, the only sector have proved itself, it was the maritime sector. Supplies the food, the medicines.
That's true.
Equipment all comes through the sea. And 80% of the trade in the world, it's from the maritime. So they have to be there, and it's a good job. It's a future job.
Job for the future.
Last question. You're a captain, you own your own company, but is that it, or do you see yourself emerging into something bigger or somewhere else in the next, let's say, 5 years or 10 years?
This is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm dreaming big.
Okay.
My own company is...
Please share with us.
Yeah, it's not only about company. No, I just moved my experience to that company. So I have a ship management company, and at the same time, general trading. It's all works in the maritime field. So dreams are just not only dreams. Dreams, you need to have a goal so you can have your dreams. So what I'm going to say, you need to keep moving forward. Think we are in a country, everything is possible.
Absolutely.
So they're lucky to be a UAE. Anyone in UAE, they're lucky to be here. Because anything you want to do it, you can do it here. Any dreams you can do it. So I'm thinking about to be the first Emirati captain and a woman who lead this company in the Gulf and internationally.
MashaAllah. Inshallah. For sure.
Definitely. That's a wonderful dream to carry, and something that we wish you all the very best in, and would love to be part of your journey as well, and maybe come sail with you one day.
Why not? Why not?
Morning Majlis on the ships.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, sure.
That would be amazing indeed. Well, thank you very much again for joining us, Captain Sahar Rasti, and would love to let our listeners know that if you would like to catch up with this conversation, and if you'd like to share your thoughts and messages on it as well, you can do so right now on the text lines 4215, and of course catch it up on podcast pages of SoundCloud and Apple Podcast, and this will be up on our Instagram page as well if you'd like to catch the visual experience of this conversation. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back again right after the business headlines. You're listening to the Morning Majlis only on Pulse 95.
If you liked this episode of the Morning Majlis, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.
Pulse.